Do you wanna build a snowman or go running down the hall? I don't need my What's up, everybody? I'm Dreaming Tabitha, an artist here on YouTube, and today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a chibi snowman. Yes, I am. So let's go. If you've seen some of my previous chibi tutorials, you know that I like to start out with a perfectly circular stencil, whatever yours can be. I just use this really cool patch. So I get my circle, figure out where I want it, trace around it very lightly, of course, because you always want to take time to be able to erase things and don't see it. And I start off with the cheek area right there, deciding which way the face is going to turn. So whichever way the face is going to turn, that's where I'm going to put the cheek. And it's just a slightly curved area, and then I curve underneath, making it a little bit thicker under the chin and connect it to the rest of the head. Now, once that is done, then I'm going to create the body. Really simple shapes here. Imagine like a Hershey kiss, right? It's very narrow at the top and then gets really wide at the bottom. So imagine you're doing a Hershey kiss just without the tip on it. And that's the body shape that we're going for here. For the arms, I want to keep that really super simple too. So I'm just going to do a circle. They're just going to be these little cute little nub things, right? That's just what we're going for. And then on the other side, we want to do a half circle because we want to indicate that the arm is on the other side of the body, so you won't see it in full, right? So just a little bit of a curve on the same level as the other arm, which you do see in full. And of course, as we go throughout this, you're going to want to erase any unwanted lines, right? They're there for our guidance and we get rid of them as needed. On the bottom, I didn't want it just to be too plain, so I decided to add some snow. So I just wiggled some lines across. And then an easy way to make it look like the snow is overlapping is literally to just overlap it and draw a little line, just to add a little touch of depth perception. Just a wee bit. Now it's time for accessories. Normally I do the faces first, but I decided to do the whole body and then go towards the some of the accessories anyway, and then we'll do the face. So the scarf is super simple. It's just like a collar across the neck, obviously. And then who could forget those cutesy, wonderful buttons made of coal? And of course, you can decide how many buttons and how big you want them to be, right? It just kind of depends on the body shape that you have. Use your own discretion. Creative liberty is encouraged. So before I get onto the hat, which we are going to do, I want to do the face first so I know how much real estate I have to work with. So I'm doing the eyes, which are almost like ovals with at the bottom, and then there's a curved line underneath of it, just again to add a little bit of interest to the face, like some depth to the face. I'm going to do oval pupils in the eyes, and I want them to be looking up, because maybe it's snowing, maybe there's a star in the sky, we don't know. And then when I get that all figured out and I like the size and the area and the shape, I'll add myself a little catch light. And of course, doing this very lightly because we know that we're going to be erasing lines and fixing things as we go. Now over top of the eye, again, for just a little bit of interest, I'm going to elongate a line over the eye towards the nose area and then over towards the side and give it some eyelashes. This just helps with the cutesiness. You don't have to add eyelashes if you don't want to, but there's just something about it that makes the eyes sparkle, just twinkle. In the middle of the eye, I'm going to draw a curved line, and I'm going to tell you why later on. Next, we're moving on to eyebrows. They're just going to be triangles, long triangles on their sides, with the fattest part more towards the nose area. And I don't want to make them too big. Eyebrows can get kind of complicated, so you don't want to have them too angled because you might look really angry. You don't want them too close to the eyes because it just looks, again, brighter and happier if there's a little bit of space. Then I create the nose, which is another long triangle, but I softened the edges. I didn't want them to be really harsh. I wanted this to be cute. The mouth is a simple curved smile, and then I just put these markings across it, kind of looking like stitch work, right? Almost like it was sewn on, but I thought it'd be really cute. Instead of just having black dots like stones were put across, to actually connect it with that line. But again, all of these ideas can be transformed. You don't even have to have a mouth if you don't want to. Use your artistic discretion. Next, we're moving on to the winter hat, also known as a beanie, a toboggan, a knitted cap, a winter hat, whatever you want to call it. Makes no never mind to me, but where it's all gonna kind of look the same. So it's kind of like the scarf. We put a nice wide band across the forehead, and I do want to bring it close to the eyebrows. And there's a lot of trial and error with the hat. Just see what works for your creation. And on the top, I'm going to put a mound on it, similar to that Hershey Kiss shape that we were talking about earlier, only a little bit more pointed. And then finally, of course, it needs to have a nice fluffy little ball at the top. But you can see that much like the arm, I hid the bottom portion of it, like just so that way it kind of again looks like it's in the background just a little bit. Maybe there's some folds in the hat as well. Whatever you need to make it look fantastic. And of course, keep that eraser handy. And this is why we do light touches, because there's always going to be cleanup here and there. And so, my friends, this is how we did a chibi snow. But wait! There's more. So guys, I said that there would be more, and I meant that. I'm going to need you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because tomorrow I'm going to be releasing another video and showing you in that video how to color this chibi snowman. Primarily focusing on coloring snow, because some people have a hard time with that, whether they're using the medium of crayons, paint, markers, whatever. And we all know it's white. However, how do you make it look like snow is more? But either way, we're going to have a good time. I'm going to show you just a couple of tips and tricks for how to color the hat, the eyes, all the good stuff, so you won't want to miss it. And if you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. And of course, please consider becoming a member over on Patreon, because I'm going to be releasing the snowman coloring page over there to my patrons. Hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time.
They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out.